Hi, this is Tom from Infinity Bricks, and I'm just bringing to you another LEGO Star Wars Rogue One set review. This is for set number 75172, and it's for a Y-Wing Starfighter. I saw Rogue One the other day, and I was really impressed with the film. I thought it was excellent, and what impressed me also was the fact that the Y-Wing was featured quite considerably. Now, in previous Star Wars films, you may not have even noticed the Y-Wing. It was on screen for such a quick period, but in this film it was really featured in a bigger way. So we did see quite a lot of space battles with the Y-Wing, which I was really pleased to see. Now, I picked up this set from Amazon here in the UK. It was priced at £65.99, and that's in British pounds, and I picked it up for £59.99. They just had a little bit of a discount. I didn't expect it to arrive today, so today is a Sunday, but it did. It arrived today. I was expecting it tomorrow, so I've decided to film this very quickly. Unfortunately, this is now in my office. This is actually more of a contained environment, so I'm going to be a little bit more limited, so getting the full rotation of this build might be pretty tricky, but I'll do my best and I'll go through as many features as I possibly can. With the main build of the Y-Wing, what I particularly like is the details that are here on the top. I really like the fact that you've got a lot of this kind of engine sort of setup here, so a lot of detail added in. They've also got this little bay here which is for placing bombs, and you have a little knob at the back that if you turn it, you can see that it actually drops out the bombs, which I think is pretty cool. It's a nice little touch. I wasn't sure if that actually featured in any of the other previous builds, but I'm really pleased that they added it in. You also have this nice sort of engine area here. I really like the fact that they've got these little skate ends that they've used in here just to kind of give it that extra sort of mechanical look. A couple of stickers here and here, same on the other side. You know, from a sticker point of view, actually it's not too bad. There are a few, but very limited stickers. I do like the fact that they've got a lot of detail here, and I wish in some ways they could have covered up something with the join, so I'll probably do something just to kind of change that. And you've got your flick fire missiles, which are just kind of like at the back here that you can just kind of fire off, which I think is pretty cool. Nice little touch. So you've got the flick fire missile, you've got the bombs that you can kind of drop, and that's really the majority of the features here. This little bay here is for the R2 unit, and you can only get one pilot in the cockpit, which I think is pretty much as it was in the film. Underneath you have these little legs that kind of retract, so you've got those which are pretty nifty here as well, so you can kind of like get full flight mode if you wanted to kind of sort of hang it from a ceiling or something like that. And yeah, overall I really like it. It was a very quick build, and you know, but I feel like it's got a lot of size to it. So even though the pieces may be quite few, it actually is distributed really well, and you get that nice sort of size. I have actually also purchased the U-Wing as well from Rogue One, and you're looking at about just roughly a similar length. I mean, the U-Wing's just a little bit longer, but if you've got them next to each other, you know, they're kind of on a par. So from a space point of view, if that's an issue for you, just kind of to bear that in mind. But yeah, I got this because I really wanted to sort of set up a Rebel base area. So I'm looking to put this Y-Wing. I have the X-Wing, Luke's X-Wing, and I've also ordered the A-Wing, which is the new A-Wing, which comes with Lando Calrissian, and that should arrive hopefully this week. And when it does, that will sort of be combined into a kind of sort of Rebel base sort of location. If you've seen my room tour recently, you'll notice that there was a lot of sets that I was saying I need to sort of shuffle things around. I'm starting to shuffle quite a bit around this Christmas, and trying to make some space. And one of the plans that I have is to have the X-Wing, the Y-Wing, the A-Wing and the B-Wing all in one sort of place. So, and with all the figures that go with them and other characters running around as if they're refueling vehicles, that kind of thing. So just a little bit of fun. I am working on quite a few mocks, so I don't know exactly when I'm going to have that one finished, but as soon as I do, obviously I'll give you a quick review. So yeah, so that's the Y-Wing itself. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. You've got these little guns at the front, and you know, you get a good sort of feel for the size of it. You know, the details there are really cool. I really like that. It's got these little parts here as well that kind of combine to sort of give that sort of engine effect. So yeah, so let's just take a look at the minifigures and see what we got there. I think the minifigures that have come in this set are really cool. I really like this astromech droid. It has that clear dome piece with the orange print, very similar to the one that came in the Hoth UCS set recently. And these legs are sort of gunmetal, kind of metallic, and you've got the silver printing on the front. Overall, I think he looks really cool. Nice astromech droid. Additionally, we also got a Stormtrooper, so we've seen these guys before. This is the standard Stormtrooper, so LEGO have released the Rebels version of the Stormtrooper. They have slightly different colour helmet. I think they've got slightly lighter blue instead of the darker blue. He has the clone head, the angry clone head that we've all become very familiar with, so nothing new there, but it's always cool to have additional Stormtroopers. And we also got the Rebel pilot, which is in the blue, and you've got the nice sort of print that carries on through with the kind of breathing apparatus and his eyes there with the goggles. Both sides are printed with goggles. You've got two different facial expressions there, so yeah, the happy and the kind of scared or frightened look. And the printing on the helmet is, as recently noted, very good. A lot of the helmets that are coming out now look really awesome, so it's nice to have those additional prints. So he's looking excellent. Another character that featured quite a bit in the film is Admiral Raddus, I think he's pronounced. So he's a calamari character similar to Admiral Akbar. Doesn't have the orange head that Admiral Akbar has. He's got the darker head, but looks really good. I love the sort of classical kind of print on the chest. It's very similar to Admiral Akbar, who's in white with orange, and he's got the additional print on the legs as well. But yeah, I think he's great. He's in the film quite a bit, so it's nice to have him. When I say quite a bit, you know, every sort of side character's in it, you know, for a little bit, but he's just that little bit extra. So yeah, really cool to have him. And we also have this other character, very, very strange looking character, similar to a Chewbacca, kind of a cross between a Chewbacca figure and Wampa really, and his name is Moroth. So he is in the film. You will note him. I wouldn't have said he's in there for a long time, so he's not like a main character, but he looks awesome. I think the figure's great. You've got this kind of backpack contraption that goes with his gun, and his head is actually printed, sort of moulded with two different tones. You've got the darker grey and the white, and the darker grey feeds through to that kind of panel here at the front, and then obviously on the face as well. His torso's got a little bit of that extra sort of fur print, which is nice, and then you have that print on the legs with the kind of holsters and stuff. So overall I think he's a really cool figure. The figures in this set actually I do think are really cool. So yeah, if you do like the Star Wars sort of characters, I think he's a great one to have, as well as the Admiral Raddus, which is also pretty cool. And it's good to have the astromech droid as well. Overall, I think this is a really cool set. I think it's great value for money. It holds up really well against the other Rogue One sets that have come out, particularly the U-Wing, which also features quite a lot in the film. The Y-Wing got a lot more screen time than I was expecting, and I was really pleased that it did. I think it's a really great ship. Like I said though, it's very similar to the previous models, so if you do already have a Y-Wing, you may find that minifigures are the only things here that may want you to upgrade. But overall still, it's a great little build. I do love the bomb department where you can kind of rotate and the bombs drop. I really think that's a great little added feature, and particularly love the amount of detail there on the top of the engine. I think this looks great against the X-Wing as well, Luke's X-Wing, and I'm looking forward to getting some additional Starfighters as well, just to kind of add to that. The minifigures are probably the main draw here. I think my favourite character is Admiral Raddus, and then Moroth, which I think is great, and it's also good to have the astromech droid. I do like the Stormtrooper obviously in the Rebel pilot, but we've seen these guys before, so there's nothing particularly different about these that, you know, that are bringing anything new. It's just straight in this guy's hat. But yeah, overall I think it's great. This is, you know, just a nice little addition, you know, so it's nice to just have an additional play feature in a set. But yeah, I think that'll go well with a sort of base setup. So overall, big thumbs up, and do like this. As I said, I am looking to pick up A-Wing soon. That's going to be the one with Lando Calrissian, so I've already ordered it. As soon as it arrives, if I get the opportunity, I'll also put a review up for that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for any future content. Speak to you again soon.